as I have the hashtag, right? Then they fight you. We're in phase 3. First they ignored us, 2009 to 15, a bunch of nerds and geeks. Then they laughed at us. Okay. 2016 to 21, bunch of nerds and geeks with your magic internet money, whatever. Then they fight you. And the fight, it's just starting. So it feels like it's been going on, but it's just starting, and it's getting ugly. Goldman Gary and Carlisle Jerry are on a mission. They are on a mission they can't destroy crypto. They can't stop it, but they can delay it. And they delay it using this hammer, this club of regulation.
Popular hedge fund manager and veteran investor Mark Yusko believes the cryptocurrency industry is fully in the now they fight you phase of its development. Last year, Yusko warned that U.S. regulators' onslaught on the cryptocurrency will come into full swing and continue escalating until 2027, as they sought to bring the industry under control. He tagged this phase of the industry's development as the now they fight you phase, which follows the now they laugh at you phase we had between 2016 and 2021, according to the veteran investor. We are seeing a lot of that phase now, and as Yusko predicted, it will likely continue for the foreseeable future. Last month, former Securities and Exchange Commission official John Reed Stark warned cryptocurrency investors to prepare for an escalating regulatory onslaught on the industry. In one of his tweets, Stark, who founded and served as the head of the SEC Office of Internet Enforcement for 11 years, told crypto investors to buckle up as the SEC regulatory onslaught was just beginning. Stark cited the example of the regulator's suits against crypto lender BlockFi for not registering its crypto lending program, Gemini for its Earn crypto lending program, and stopping Coinbase from launching its own crypto lending program. This week, we witnessed more of that onslaught with the financial regulator's regulatory enforcement against Kraken's crypto staking services for retail consumers. In a recent live broadcast with 3T Warrior Academy, Mark Yusko discussed the now they fight us phase and why U.S. regulators and other higher powers are so dead set against the crypto industry. Yusko, who has been active in the investment scene since 1993, compared the onslaught against the industry to the war telecommunications companies waged against the internet when it was still a nascent industry. As we bring you Mark Yusko's vivid description of the battle ahead for the cryptocurrency industry, please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe for more, and drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and contributes immensely to the channel's growth. Thanks and enjoy the video.
And look, NFTs are the future. I mean, everything in the world, every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every collectible car, every case of fine wine, every private business, everything is going to be an NFT. Now, hopefully they change the name to digital property, right?
Yeah.
And get away from monkey JPEGs. But that is, what people forget is a token. It's not a piece of gold. It's not a thing. It's an entry on a ledger, on a public, immutable, encrypted ledger that is superior in every way to the trust system that has dominated since the Rothschilds created 800 plus, well, the Medicis and the Rothschilds created 800 years ago. And that system is under assault by this incredible technology, this gift, literally gift from Satoshi et al., everyone who's been involved in this gift.
Yep.
And it's even crazier in that they're allowed, for some unknown reason to me, to rewrite the rules, right? You go into Kraken and you say, yeah, we said this wasn't a security, but now we're saying that by staking it and earning interest on it, you violated securities laws. How did we do that? Right. You, the rule maker, said it's not a security, and then I take that not a security and I lend it to somebody and get paid for its use. How is that a security? First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, but then you win. And I keep saying this, that yes, 09 to 15, they ignored us. 16 to 21, they laughed at us. 22 to 27, they're going to fight us. Yes, they're going to fight. They're going to fight hard. Why? Because blockchain technology will do to financial services what the internet did to media and commerce. all of the old guard traditional institutions that had all the wealth and all the market cap in commerce and media migrated into Web 1 and Web 2. That just happened. And they fought it and they tried to pass regulation to stop it. The telcos, it's an amazing story that back in the 90s, the telecommunications companies were the two largest donors to political candidates through lobbying, which is a fancy term for corruption. It's funny. In all other countries, it's corruption. Yeah, when we do it in the United States, it's lobbying. Oh yeah,
it sounds much more professional.
Yeah, and everyone says, Al Gore says he invented the internet. Well, he didn't invent the internet, but he did save the internet, because what he did was you had these telephone companies that did not like the fact that, like right now, we are using voice over internet protocol to communicate in real time in HD for free.
Exactly.
And back then in the early 90s, like I'd call my, girlfriend long distance and, hey, what are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing? Nothing. 2.5 hours would go by. My mom would come in and say, what are you doing? That was $300. Cool. And the telephone companies love that. And they didn't want it to be free. And the internet was like, no, it's going to be free. So they tried to pass a law that would ban voice over internet protocol. And Al Gore stepped up and said, nope, we are not even going to vote on this bill. So he didn't invent the internet, but he was actually a pretty important guy. And so what people forget is this is how every incumbent deals with disruptive innovation. Throughout all of history, this is how incumbents try to slow down the progress.
According to Yusko, the war against the industry started much sooner than most people realize. It started way before the FTX collapse. In fact, the hedge fund manager believes the collapse of Sam Bankman-Fried's freed multi-billion-dollar crypto industry was not just an accident or the result of the careful machinations of the 31-year-old former billionaire. According to Yusko, everything that happened with FTX and other connected firms was not a product of SBF's logic or intellect. Instead, the veteran investor believes SBF and his cohorts were just useful idiots used as tools in the bigger fight against the industry. Regulators and higher powers needed a bigger reason to go all out against the industry. So they created a suitable situation capable of changing people's opinions about the industry and bringing more scorn from the mainstream media. According to Yusko, this all goes way higher than most people imagine.
I was at this conference yesterday in New York, and I gave this talk, and they kind of baited me to go down my theory on this whole FTX debacle and how Gary got his job and why he worked for Caroline's dad and all this stuff.
Yep.
And I realized it's probably not in my best interest to criticize the people, one, who regulate me, and two, like who could make bad things happen. I think it's well documented that there's a whole bunch of things that don't quite add up, in that, look, Sam Bankman-Fried is the mastermind of nothing. He is not a genius. Nope. He is not the guy who created this, quote unquote, second largest. No, just not. He is not the mastermind of anything. He is a useful idiot for a much larger group, which I will contend comes from way up high, to try. And I use the word try because they can't win. Because the fourth line of the quote, then you win, we already won. Anyone who is in crypto, we have already won because we see the future. There's this video I tweeted out earlier of Steve Jobs in 1981, when I was graduating from high school. Steve Jobs saying that we're creating a tool to enhance the human experience by taking the drudgery out and automating it, right? That's what computers do, right? They're as smart as a screwdriver, right? They're not smart. This whole, artificial intelligence, they're not actually intelligent. It's the programmers that are intelligent, the content that's intelligent. The computer is just a tool, and it makes drudgery and things that are slow really fast. Correct. And so doing calculations, it's way faster. Making chess moves, it's way faster. And actually today is the anniversary of when or Deep Blue beat Kasparov in chess.
Mm.
So yeah, that was a big deal, but it's because they can process faster. It's not because they're smarter, it's because they can process faster. And the point is that technology, or that what Jobs was saying, is the future is there if you can have vision. And my addendum to the video was, look, talent is hitting the target no one else can hit. Genius is hitting the target no one else can see.
Mm.
The cool thing about being in crypto is you actually see the target.
Mm.
It's one thing to see the talent. The amount of talent that is migrated into crypto is like no other migration of talent I've ever seen in my lifetime. And look, I'm old. You know, I've been around for a lot of cycles. I've seen incredible talent migrate into the internet, into the mobile net, build businesses that are worth hundreds of billions, now trillions of dollars, and benefited from that. But for our clients, but the key is that this migration of talent, the people that I hang out with every day, is extraordinary. And it's because they see this target, they see this future, they see this vision where everything of value, all $700 trillion of value in the world, will all be transferred on blockchains. It won't be databases running on COBOL, Visa today. It won't be databases running on C++. It will be on blockchains, and it will be public. It will be encrypted. It will be immutable. We will erase $7 trillion of wasted value that the financial services renters capture and get really rich at our expense.
Do you believe the SEC is purposely using the sledgehammer of regulation on the cryptocurrency industry to further a bigger narrative? If so, how far do you think regulators and policymakers will be willing to go to bring the industry under control? Let us know your thoughts as well as your comments on Yusko's interview in the comments section below. Also, ensure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other crypto-related videos. Thanks for watching.